Hello and welcome to another review on the channel. If it's your first time joining us, I really hope you enjoy this. It feels like we are getting a new Chinese manufacturer entering the local market each month, and the latest to launch is Jetour. It is owned by the Chery Group, but it describes itself as an independent brand. Jetour is offering two vehicles at launch, the X70 Plus and the more budget-friendly Jetour Dashing. Today we will be taking a closer look at the X70 Plus and if this is something you should consider when looking for a 7-seater. The X70 Plus is offered in two trim levels, the Momentum and the Deluxe. The Momentum is priced at just under 455,000 Rand and the Deluxe just under 485,000 Rand. I think this is exceptional value for money, and hopefully after watching this you will agree. Before we jump in and take a look at the exterior, just a note that these vehicles were just unloaded when I took this footage, so they are a little bit dusty. Not too bad overall, but if you see some dust, don't blame the dealership. Like I said, they haven't been to the washing bay just yet. The exterior between the two variants are basically identical, so don't expect to see a lot of differences from the outside. The most notable thing is the panoramic sunroof, which I guess you need to see the vehicle from above in order to see this. The X70 Plus measures just over 4.7 meters long, and it's roughly the same size as a Chery Tiggo 8 Pro, if you were wondering more or less what size the vehicle is. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of the styling when I saw pictures of this vehicle, but it's one of those things where in person this vehicle looks a lot better than what it does in pictures. Well, in my opinion, in any case, the dimensions just make a lot more sense in person compared to what you see in a picture. The front grille design is quite interesting. There's quite a lot of detail happening on the lower section with a more subdued top section. At the bottom section there's this diamond mesh front grille design, which you'll need to decide whether you like that or not. I think it looks okay. The red sort of vertical elements down at the bottom, not a big fan of that. And then you also get a decorative front splitter, which just add to the sportiness or the aggressive look of the vehicle. They definitely attempted to appeal to younger buyers with a lot of the aggressive styling, and this is sort of carried over to the side profile where there's side skirts at the bottom with some red elements to add to the sporty feel. There's some fake vents between the front doors and the front wheel arches, and like most vehicles in this segment you do get a slanting roofline, which just adds to the sporty appeal. There is 19-inch alloy wheels as standard across both derivatives. I think it fits the vehicle quite well. I quite like the rear of the vehicle from a design perspective. There's a full-length light bar with Jetour lettering in the middle. Then you get the piano style brake light clusters at the back, which is becoming more popular with a lot of vehicles. You get these sort of on a Mustang as well. Again, I think it's a good design choice. There's a decorative rear diffuser at the bottom, again sporting some red trim just to add again from a sportiness perspective. And then I guess the ultimate at the back is the quad exhausts. Makes the vehicle look really aggressive. Unfortunately the engine doesn't live up to that, which we'll get to just now. So these exhausts are fake, they're more for decoration than anything else. But yeah, it looks kind of sporty. The X70 Plus is powered by a 1.5 litre turbo petrol engine. This is standard across the Momentum and the Deluxe variant. It produces 115 kilowatts of power and 230 Newton meters of torque, and is mated to a 6-speed dual clutch automatic transmission. Indicated fuel consumption is 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers, and the fuel tank size is 57 liters. I must be honest, I feel like this engine is a little bit underpowered for the size of the vehicle. This vehicle weighs around 2 tons, and 115 kilowatt is really not a lot of power to move a vehicle of this size. Unfortunately, we did not get the opportunity to drive the vehicle to see how the power to weight ratio plays out. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tad on the slow side, but again, that might be sufficient for a family vehicle. I would have preferred if it was mated to a 7-speed automatic gearbox instead of a 6-speed. I think the better gear ratios would have just helped it transfer that power a little bit better. Jumping inside the X70 Plus, it's a pleasant place to be. It's really not what you expect for a car sub of 500k. It feels premium, and personally I'm quite a big fan of the black and grey combination that they've got going on from an interior design perspective. The grey inserts on the door Reminds me a lot of a Mercedes C-Class back in the day. They had that sort of similar styling going on, and added to this you get the seat adjustment on the doors as well, which is something you typically find in a Mercedes as well. You get black synthetic leather seats, which are very comfortable. You also get these leather seats in the second and third rows. There's two 10.25 inch screens, one for the infotainment unit and one for the instrument cluster, and you'll be glad to know that the infotainment unit does support Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You also get a 50 watt wireless charging tray in the middle, which is quite a powerful wireless charger, and then you've got a split center armrest with storage space, and this is cooled but it's also heated. Not sure why you would want to heat this necessarily, but you've got that functionality in any case. The first time I saw this was sort of on a BMW X5, and you're seeing this more and more on entry-level vehicles, which is just a nice touch. Overall, a big fan of the cabin design up front. I feel like they've done a really good job here. Moving into the second row, there's generous space here, to be honest. There's a lot of leg room, there's enough headroom as well. You get separate air vents and USB ports. There's 2 ports at the back, so if you've got 2 kids or 2 passengers sitting there, they'll be able to plug in their devices. The synthetic leather seats are very comfortable at the back as well, and these seats can be reclined, so again, just adds to get to a more optimal position when sitting there, specifically if you don't have people sitting in the third row. Talking about the third row, this is really just for kids. Adults will struggle to fit in here. The leg room and headroom is quite limited. These do fold down into the floor and can be folded up when you need them, so from a luggage perspective, at least that covers you if you have them folded down. With them folded up, there's really not a lot of space in terms of boot space or luggage space. With the third row folded down, there's about 440 liters of space, which is generous for a family, and this can be increased by folding down the second row seats as well. They have the 60/40 configuration, and by folding them down you can get to just about 1000 liters of boot space. Let's have a look at the different derivatives in a bit more detail to see what they offer. For the Momentum, which as mentioned earlier is priced at 455,000 or just about, you get 19-inch alloy wheels, you get keyless entry and push button start, there's rear parking sensors with a reverse camera, then you get automatic LED headlamps, you get an electric tailgate, there's a 6-way electrically adjustable driver's seat, and then you get 2 driving modes, so that driving mode selector in the middle, you get an eco and a sport mode, there's heated and auto folding mirrors, cruise control, air conditioning, and then a whole heap of safety tech. There's ABS with EBD, stability control, traction control, hydraulic brake assist, heel hold control, heel descent control, ISOFIX in the second row, and you get 4 airbags, and this also comes with 4 speakers. Moving up to the Deluxe, which comes in at just under 485,000 Rand, this gets you a 360 degree camera, a panoramic sunroof, electric adjustment for the front passenger seat as well. Then you get rain sensing wipers, 2 additional airbags bringing the total up to 6, 2 additional speakers bringing that total up to 6 as well, and then illuminated Jetour wording in the front door sills, and then you get some more safety tech with the Deluxe version as well. The service and warranty on the Jetour X70 Plus is a 5-year 150,000 kilometer manufacturer's warranty. You get the 10-year 1 million kilometer engine warranty that sort of come to be known from Chery, that's for the first owner only. And then included is also a service plan. This is a 5-year 60,000 kilometer service plan that is included. If you are in the market for a 7-seater, definitely check out the new Jetour X70 Plus. It offers great value for money with a whole lot of equipment included. It will be slightly underpowered compared to, let's say, a Chery Tiggo 8 Pro, but is the additional power worth the additional 100,000 Rand that you'll be spending? I don't necessarily think so, but you'll need to make that decision for yourself. As always, let me know down in the comments what you think about the X70 Plus, and I'll catch you in the next one.